Signs.
Yeah, I think that's
Yep.
Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Blessings to you guys. Awesome, man. I love it.
Y'all ready? Oh, okay. You know what? We might not even close it up yet. Because I think it's better for the inside of a house when we close it up. But out here, though, I believe. You got to probably need to breathe a little hard. Yeah. So I'm going hard by it. Oh, it's on. We all right here. I put all kinds of time and energy there, all right. Shalom. We the Brothers of Great Millstone Church of Birmingham, Alabama, and as always, I want to begin by giving all praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Yeah, that's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, His only begotten Son, in the ancient Hebrew tongue, all right, as well as the Holy Spirit. I also want to give double honors to our teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the men who we believe through faith to be raised up here in these latter days to convey the true message of the Bible, man. And I also want to give salutations to you believers out there, you know, you brothers and sisters alike, you Akim, along with the Aqua that subscribe to this truth. Okay, so now, again, we're in a time where truth is finally being brought to the forefront, man. Okay? And the things written and foretold in the Holy Bible is now becoming a reality, man. And guess what? This whole coronavirus, that was nothing more than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, was that the true name of the Lord, getting the attention of you docile Americans, man. Because you the most, and I say this respectfully, you the most dumbed down people on the planet Earth. You know? You all into the NBA, all right, reality TV, you know? Just the bread and circus that comes along with America, man.
That's right.
Meanwhile, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is preparing plagues for this place, man. And guess what? The Lord ain't gonna hold back. See, what you're gonna come to find out, the Lord is a terrible power. Matter of fact, give me Hebrews the 10th chapter. Let's go into the true makeup and the true character of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Because you people out there in your belief of the one who you know as God, ignorantly referred to as Jesus Christ, well, they are not this kind, friendly, gentle entity that your so-called pastors and preacher had you believe, man. You know, hey, they condition your mind to believe that, you know, you can do whatever the hell you want. You go to the club, and as long as you can wake up on time to get in church and pay your tithes, then you're in good graces with the Most High. But guess what? That's not the case, man. The Lord is a power about judgment. Matter of fact, give me Psalms 9 and 16 too. You got the Spirit. Yep, the Spirit.
Psalm chapter 9, verse 16.
Somebody give me Psalm 89 and 14. Go ahead.
The Lord is known by the judgment.
Whoa. Read that again.
The Lord is known
Yep.
by the judgment which he executed.
So yeah, you people, you don't know the Lord, but guess what? You're going to get to know him. You're going to get to know him by the judgment that he's about to bring forth, man. Okay? Because this coronavirus is pretty much going to set off a sequence of events, man. This is a beautiful piece of work of the Lord right here, man. Okay? Why? You got the stock market is plummeting. You know, you got these different venues shutting down. Oh, I heard a report that Walmart ain't even going to stock no more. Like after this, they ain't going to even continue to stock. Then what you going to do, man? All right? Then that reality is going to be brought up close and personal, man. Come on, go ahead.
It says the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed.
Right, so that's how the Lord is known. Case in point, a person out there that don't even know the Bible, right? They don't even subscribe to the Bible. They could be an atheist, but I bet they know about the flood. I bet they know about when the Lord sent that flood. I bet they know about Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Read it again.
Yep. It says the Lord is known by the judgment which he executed.
Somebody give me Exodus 15 and 3, man. Right, the Lord gonna wipe that silly smile off your American face too, man. Go ahead.
In Exodus 15 and 3, the Lord is a man of war.
Right, the Lord is a man of war, man. Go ahead.
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is his name.
Right, so if the Lord is a man of war, how is he gonna rationalize things out? Through war tactics, man. You know? And guess what? When you go into a real war tactician, what's some of their tactics? First and foremost, they cut off all the supplies of a city. That's what a real warrior will do. A guy with a real war tactic, he cut off the supplies of the city. That's why America is under siege. Did you know America was under siege? America's on the verge of a major collapse, man. Right. You better enjoy it while you can. America's gonna be overthrown. You about to be thrown in concentration camps, okay? What they polished up by saying quarantine. Yep. All right, you're gonna be in concentration camps. And guess what? Them concentration camps ain't fit for your luxury, man. Right. To keep you comfortable. It's not gonna be a remote control in the concentration camp. In fact, it's gonna be torturing devices in them, man. Why? Because the so-called white man is gonna show his true horns, man, his true spirit. Come on, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Psalm 145:4. One generation shall praise thy works to another, and shall declare thy mighty acts.
Yeah, and you're witnessing that right now, man. We declaring the mighty acts of the Lord, which that's a feat your pastor couldn't accomplish, man. Okay, go ahead.
I will speak of the glorious honor.
And that's what we do. We speak of the glorious honor of the Lord. Read.
I will speak of the glorious honor of thy majesty and of thy wondrous works.
Yep.
And men shall speak of the might of thy terrible acts.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We speaking of the might of the terrible acts of the Lord, man. You people don't even know. You're oblivious that the Lord actually got animals, strange created creatures in the cut, waiting to unleash them so they can wreak havoc on you, man. That's the time we're going into. Matter of fact, give me that too, huh? You got a precept? Yep. Go ahead.
It's Joshua chapter 9, verse 9. And they said unto him, from a very far country, thy servants are come, because of the name of the Lord thy power.
Read.
For we have heard the fame of him.
We heard the fame of him. Go ahead.
And all that he did in Egypt.
Yeah, what did the Lord do in Egypt, man? The Lord sent plagues. Yeah, he killed the firstborn. You know, he turned the water to blood. The Lord overthrew that place violently, man. That's what the Lord did in ancient Egypt. So that's how the Lord got his fame. All right? The Lord is the serial killer. What you got? Go ahead.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 8. The mighty Lord sent the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?
Right, and who is he to drive them away? Go ahead.
Continuing on, it says a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Right, and can't nobody squash this beef, man. You can't, you know how you have them rap dudes, they have rap beef and they'll get Farrakhan to come in as a mediator and squash everything. No, can't nobody put this fire out, man. The anger of the Lord is kindled against America, man. And there's nothing you can do to reverse that. Go ahead.
I can jump up real quick.
Go ahead.
The 2nd Ezra 16 and 1, woe be unto thee Babylon and Asia, woe be unto Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourself with clothes of sack.
16? Go ahead.
It says, gird yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Beware your children, be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Right, the scriptures say, gird yourself in sack. That's symbolic to mourning. You Americans should be mourning, man. If you only knew what the Lord was preparing for you, man, you would be mourning right now, man.
That's right.
The Lord's about to open up on you people, man. And he's going to send it in a series of plagues, man. All right, you people are about to experience a all-out, full-fledged famine, man. And that's the Lord working the marvelous work in itself. Why? Because America is known for being the most obese country on the planet Earth. You people eat for everything, man. Somebody graduated, let's go get something to eat. Somebody died, let's go get something to eat. Oh, somebody born, let's go get some wings. It's 11 o'clock, oh, I ain't ate yet. That's the Lord conditioning you, man, fattening you for the slaughter. Matter of fact, somebody give me Lamentations real quick. 4 and 9, give me that real quick. See, the Lord know how to humble you, man. And this is the most proudest place on the planet Earth, man. Go ahead, Doc.
Yeah, this Lamentations chapter 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
Right, did you hear that? They that be slain with the sword is better than they that be slain with hunger. Go ahead.
It says, for these pine away, stricken through for the want of the fruits of the field.
Right, meaning what? In your mind, you can taste food. You know how people say, man, I got a taste for some wings. I got a taste for a patty melt, right? Well, when you don't have that food, you can actually, that's a torturous death. That's a psychological judgment right there that the Lord is casting on you, man. You know? So read that one more time, Mark.
This Lamentations.
And give me 2nd Ezra. You got a precept? Somebody get 2nd Ezra 16 chapter start at 18 verse. Go ahead.
This is Lamentations 4 and 9. They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger.
And guess what? We right at the door of that. You know, we right at the footsteps of this place being shut down to the point where you're not going to have the luxury of eating, man. That luxury is about to be taken away from you, man. This nigga keep buying back on get us.
Copyright, man.
They sent that nigga. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken
Yeah, when
food.
you pine away, it's a torturous death, man. Right, here it is, you landing. Oh, and it's gonna be certain scenarios where the power's still gonna be on. You're gonna be seeing commercials, you know, Wendy's commercials, you know? That's gonna be the Lord torturing you people, man. You don't know what power you facing. Matter of fact, give me Hebrews the 10th chapter, what I call for. Hebrews 10 and 31, man. Because that's why we're here. We're here to convey the true nature of the Lord to you, so that you might consider and you can repent, man. Because as long as you believe that the Lord is just some passive power, you can do whatever you want, then that's going to encourage you to keep going off, man. Go ahead.
God, this is Hebrews chapter 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Right, it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. America is in the hands, or now officially in the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. And guess what? He's gonna ball, the Lord finna work a number on you, man. All right, and this judgment is an art, man. And it's a beautiful piece of work the way the Lord put this thing together, man. See how these people, they just going about their day to day, man. But guess what? That was Yahweh Shai said. Yahweh Shai said, as in the days of Noah, so shall it be when the Son of Man returns. Because they was going about their day to day, they didn't consider the warnings, man. And you can't tell me that you don't see us. The Lord thrust us out here. We're a spectacle, man. You know? So you're not going to have an excuse, no cloak for your sin when the Lord pour out his wrath. Go ahead, huh?
It's Isaiah chapter 24, verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth and timbrel ceases.
Oh, the mirth is going to cease, man. And right now, the mirth is ceasing within America. You know, the media don't report to you everything that's going on, man. You got a lot of people homeless out here in America, man. You got these tent cities. The Lord has pretty much reduced America from sugar to shit, man. This place that was once the glory of kingdoms, man. Okay? The Lord has reduced it to nothing, man. You'll get that too. I'm just thinking about that. Go ahead,
Like in verse 8, it says, the mirth of timbrel ceased. The noise of them that rejoice ended.
Right, that's going to come a point where all the rejoicing is going to end out here in America, man.
That's right.
That's the reality right there, man. Go ahead, huh?
The joy of the harp ceaseth.
Uh-huh.
They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Uh-huh, yep.
The city of confusion is broken down.
What's the city of confusion? America, man. That's the city that's broken down, and you're in the beginning stages of that, man. All right, the America as you once knew is not going to be the same. The very plateau of this place is going to change dramatically and drastically, man. Thus said the Bible, man. You people think this is a perpetual kingdom. Are you going to just continue to fill out applications? You know what I mean? You got Social Security cards, renewing your ID for the next. Man, this place is shut down, man. The Lord has spoken, man.
Right.
And he has sanctioned the overthrow of this place, America, man.
Right.
Which is Babylon the Great, if you didn't know. Okay? Go ahead, huh?
It's the book of Isaiah 14 and verse 4. Thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how's the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased.
Yeah, how's the golden city ceased, man? And this is a prophecy being fulfilled right before your eyes, man. We speaking in the rhetoric or the rallying cry is this place has ceased. This place is finished. All right? Go ahead, huh?
Verse 5, the Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked.
Right, yeah, that's the so-called white man and his power, his grip on power. That's broken now, man. That was the time where these devils would concoct an elaborate plan and it'll go through smoothly, man. But now they got nothing but stumbling blocks in front of them. There's information coming out that China is privy to them spreading that coronavirus. China mad at them now. That's going to spill over to these other nations, man, which is going to spark off the climax of World War III, which that's biblical as well, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, the Lord It's like you. Read it again. Verse 5 says, the Lord has broken the step of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers.
Yep, go ahead.
It says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke.
Right, with a continuous stroke, meaning this devil don't give you a break, man. You know, he continually beat you down and beat you down. Go ahead.
He that ruled the nations in anger.
Right, he ruled over the nations in anger. Case in point, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, man. He bombed them boots to hell and back. Which, when you go into the history, they was waving the white flag, man. You know? Oh, and even to this very day, they just bombed Iran. They just had an airstrike on Iran. All right, they constantly bombing and having these airstrikes. All right, and they don't promote it. Go ahead.
It says,
so America's at its last leg. Say goodbye to America, man. America is finished. America is done. Okay? Go ahead.
It says it's persecuted.
Hey, they think they're going to just continue, you know, they pass time, they're going to think they're going to just continue to watch baseball games and shoot around or golf. That's coming to an abrupt end, man. Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, it says,
you got more? Go ahead.
It says it's persecuted and none hindering.
Yep. What y'all got around the place? What y'all got? Okay, come on.
Back in Isaiah chapter 24, verse 10.
Yep.
The city of confusion is broken down.
Right, and that word confusion in the Hebrew, it goes back to Babal, which translates to what? Babylon, which is Babylon. So the city of confusion is actually Babylon the Great. That's America. And this place is confusion, man. Yep. You step down on a woman, you got to seriously consider if there's a man in that. For real. You got to say, oh shit, I got to see if this.
You don't ask, do you got a man?
Yeah, and also another example of this place being confusing. They'll pay a guy $100 million to shoot a damn basketball, but there's people homeless out here. Or they'll pay you thousands of dollars to solve a damn puzzle on a game show, but it's got people out here homeless, man. That's them examples of this place being a place of confusion, man. All right? Go ahead, up.
It says every house is shut up.
Yep, every house is shut up. Translating to what? These stores is about to be closed, man. You're not gonna be able to go in Walmart. You got probably 72 hours, man.
Yep.
And I'm being honest, man. You just might have 72 hours, bro. Better go to Buffalo Wild Wings or something, man. Yep, go ahead.
Yep. It says that no man may come in.
That no man may come in. Hey, now, America is known as what? A whore, right? Once a whore get old, nobody don't want to come into it no more. Read that again.
Yep. It says the city's confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up.
Yeah, when a woman is broken down, you know, when she was in her prime, you know, when she was in her prime, you pop her, right? But once she's broken down, her titties sagging, then no man don't want to come into her no more, right? Well, that's symbolic to America. Read that again.
The city of confusion is broken down.
Go ahead.
Every house is shut up.
Every house is shut up, read.
That no man may come in.
That no man may come in, man. So these stores are going to be closed down. America's going to be shut down, man. Okay? Matter of fact, give me Ecclesiastes 12th chapter. See, this is the reality of the Bible, man. For years, you was conditioned to believe that this book was the banner to bring everybody together, or, you know, if you was having a bad day, read the Bible. No, man. Hey, somebody give me Ezekiel the 2nd chapter 2, man. This is the bloodiest book ever published, man.
That's right.
And it consists of judgments. And the main judgment gonna come on you Edomites, man.
That's right.
You walking around, yeah, you see that? You see how the spirit work, man? That's the fucking devil right there, man. And it resonated with them. I didn't say so-called white people. I said Edomites. See, that's the time we in, man. You Edomites, you know, Edomites, man. Edom. We're in the time of your judgment, man. You thought you got away, man. Hey, when you go into the time of slavery, right? You had these Edomites, they'll wreak havoc on our people, man. They commit atrocities and crimes toward us that's unspeakable, man. Heinous crimes, right? And they died peacefully. They died on their bed with their grandchildren, their children around their bed. They never went a night without eating. All right? And you would think that they got away. But they didn't. Matter of fact, hold on, before you get that, give me Psalm 6 and 10 real quick. Because you devils is back on the scene of the crime to receive your judgment, man. You thought you came to America to set up shop, not knowing that the Lord set you up right here to be judged. That's why you're here. Give me that Psalm 6 and 10.
Yeah, cuz this the book of Psalms 6 and verse 10. Let all my enemies
What it say?
let all my
That's the
enemies
spirit. Let all my enemies, go ahead,
be ashamed.
be ashamed. Yeah, they're ashamed of their history too, man. They want to take the slavery out of the history books. They don't want to face that reality, man. It said, let all my enemies be ashamed, go ahead,
And sore vexed.
and sore vexed. They vexed right now. Because America ain't the same that it used to be. It lost that luster it once had, man. And that shine. Go ahead.
It says, let them return
Oh, let them return. That's reincarnation, man. Let them return, go ahead,
and be ashamed
and
suddenly.
be ashamed suddenly, man. So they thought they got away, man. They thought they got away in the 1800s, man. The Lord said, let them return, man, and be ashamed suddenly, man. And that's what you witnessing, man.
Right.
Suddenly the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah coming upon you, man. Yeah, go ahead, huh?
This is Numbers chapter 14, 18.
Uh-huh.
The Lord is long suffering and of great mercy.
Right, the Lord is long suffering, man. You know? The Lord has been sitting back watching all this wickedness accumulate, man. Go ahead.
It says,
And the tab been, you know, the tab. Yep, yep. Go ahead.
the Lord is long suffering and of great mercy, forgiving iniquity and transgression,
Yep.
and by no means clearing the guilty.
Yeah, the Lord ain't gonna clear the guilty by no means, man. So guess what? Christopher Columbus, right? Which when you go into that damn tyrant, when you go into the memoirs, he killed 1 million natives, man, in a 4-year campaign. He pretty much killed 1 million natives a year, man. He said he couldn't put his sword down for 1 hour, man. When that devil came over here, right, they was sick, and the natives nursed that devil back to health, man. Then you had the little kids, they was like, what is that? He had a sword, they were touching his sword and shit. And he sent the letter back to, who that was, Queen? Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth, yeah. He sent the letter back, if these people can be taken. With 50 men, we can take these people, man. That was the mentality of you Edomites, man. You never dealt diplomatically, man. Your history is riddled with bloodshed. All right, the reason why you in America is you took the land violently, man. That ain't no deep breakdown. That's common knowledge now, man. So what you think gonna help, man? There's a great power out there, man, and you gonna pay for that, man.
That's right.
Go ahead.
It said, and by no means clearing the guilty.
Right, the Lord said by no means he's gonna clear the guilty, man. And that's the time we're in. We just read, they could sore vex. Man, you don't wanna be an Edomite right now, man. You'd rather be a damn Moabite. You don't wanna be an Edomite right now, man. That's why, matter of fact, give me that in Genesis. That's why Cain said my punishment is too much for I can bear, man. Who would want, and you get why these devils went through all that drama. They spent all that time, money, and resources and energy to try to cover up who they was, man. Come on, give me that.
This the book of Genesis 4, and I'm gonna start at verse 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right, you know what? I jump up a little bit.
I couldn't. We started 9. Where is that, brother?
Yeah. Okay. We're going to the lands.
I
all that.
couldn't.
Go
This is
ahead.
the book of Genesis 4 and verse 11. And now art thou cursed from the earth. Which,
Right, so you are cursed from the earth. Esau is cursed on all levels, man. He the weakest of all nations. He weaker than Elon. You know Elon weak. You see Elon with some dockers, man, and sandals. All right, Esau weaker than that, man. They awkward. And they cursed on all levels, even physically. Just the sight of them symbolizes leprosy.
That's it. That's the spirit, man. Come on, man.
And the Lord giving you examples as we work, man. See? Yeah, come on.
again, this Genesis 4 and 11, it says, now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand.
Right. Go ahead.
When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield thee her strength.
Hey, that's why these devils got seedless grapes. They got food made in the lab. That's the fulfillment of that prophecy right there. They got GMOs. Why? Because the earth is not yielding forth fruit to this devil, man. Go ahead.
This is a fugitive and a vagabond.
Right, a fugitive and a vagabond. That's why they don't want to align themselves with their true identity. That's why they steal everybody else's identity, man. They talking about they the Jews. They say they the Egyptians. They everybody, man. Yeah, go ahead.
This is a fugitive and a vagabond shalt thou be in the earth. And Cain said unto the Lord.
Oh, see, there you go. That's Cain.
It says, and Cain said unto the Lord,
That's Cain. You see that spirit work? He a vagabond too, man. See that?
Yep.
Hey, man, you can't make this stuff up, man.
Yeah.
Both sides made. When I saw when I said it, hey, you know how you come in a room and you try to, you know how you come in a room and you try not to be seen and you drop something. Everybody turn around. You try to sneak in the room and you drop your cup, you know. That's what happened, man. He tried to sneak by, man. Yo, Wanderer, man, with a dog.
Trying to little poke.
That's the spirit of the Lord. Yep, come on. Whoop, continue.
Come. This is really again, it's on Genesis 4 and verse 13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Right. His punishment is greater than he can bear, man. Why? Because he's the people who the Lord have an indignation with forever. And you can find that in the book of Malachi. And the Lord got a right to be angry with you damn devils, man. You single-handedly destroyed the planet Earth, man. And the scriptures tell you the punishment for those who destroy the planet Earth. The Lord said he's going to destroy you. Hey, you got animals, they beaching themselves. Y'all heard that term, right? Beaching. Where the animals just commit suicide. Because the ocean's so polluted. Hey, they cutting on wells and they filled with McDonald's cups. Yeah, cup holders, man. Black and mild, you know? Black and mild tips and shit. Go ahead. See, the Lord had this thing set up perfectly, man. You ain't need no need for plastic, man. All right? You, just say like an orange or an apple. You can eat it and throw that hull on the ground, and it'll go back into the earth. The Lord had this thing set up in order, man. But now you got these devils, you got a damn sneaker wrap on the ground. What?
This is happening too. In 16, it said, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered.
Right. Your glory is turned into shame. That's why, again, these devils, they want to erase, they want to suppress and put a slide under the rug all their history, man. Yep, go ahead.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16.
What that was?
That what you got?
Yeah.
You got it.
Okay, cut.
It says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be
read that again.
It's on Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 16. Thou art filled with shame for glory.
Yeah, that what we reading, right? Yeah. You're filled with shame for glory, man. Okay? All the nations look at you. Matter of fact, give me that you're despised amongst the nations. All the different nations look at you, Edomites, and they cringe, they hiss at you, man. You know? Because you ain't been nothing but a devil, man. Okay? Hey, that's not a deep breakdown, man. When we said the so-called white man the devil, that's not a deep breakdown. Let's go into this man's history, man. And even to this very day, man. You know?
God, this is Obadiah verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen.
Right now you are small among the heathen. Even Moab looking at you some type of way. Moab eat bat soup, man. And they look down at you, man. Yeah, they the retards of the earth. And they looking down on the so-called white man. Oh, Ham. Oh, I don't know if y'all heard, right? Elam, right now they drinking cow piss. You can Google it. They been. No, I'm just saying they been, but no, it's like a ceremony. You know, it's like they drinking cow piss in efforts to combat the coronavirus. They saying that the cow piss is nutrition. That's a mix of Elam and Moab, right? That's Elam and Moab.
Yep. Retarded head and a retarded body.
Yeah, this is the great melting pot.
Yeah, this is the great melting pot, man. Who I'm saying such a thing? All these nations shouldn't be together like this. Hey, give me Jeremiah 10 real quick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, read that again.
It says, Obadiah verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the
So
heathen.
as strange as the customs of the heathens is, they look down on Esau like, man, look at this damn devil, man. All right, because Esau, they got a love affair with animals and shit, like gerbils. Have you ever watched Real Talk? Real Talk, like these elites, they're in love with gerbils. That's where you get the chipmunks from. That's their fantasy. Alvin, yeah. They have a crush on the turtle. Yeah, real talk. I'm gonna give you an example. If you ever watched Nutty Professor, you at the end with a gerbil. That was no coincidence, man. And I don't even want to go just for the camera's sake. We could get it nasty, man. I could really go into what they use them gerbils for, man.
Wow.
I don't even want to talk about it, man.
You know they
Oh, stop! I'll show you that.
You know they females use snakes the same way.
Yeah, see, you don't even want to go there with what these devils really do, man. That's why the scriptures tell you that what we do is innocent compared to these damn devils, man. But what they do with them gerbils and shit, they ball them up.
And put them up there, yeah.
And let the gerbil open, and let the gerbil
Try to fight out.
try to fight itself out.
That's why I said that what to do. The gerbil crawled out his mouth and shit.
Yeah. It's unspeakable the thing Esau do, man. Hey, the Lord don't make mistakes. When the Lord said this man was the wicked, the Lord was spot on. That was a perfect diagnosis, man.
You know the end
I
guess. Go ahead.
Yeah, this Wisdom of Solomon 2:12. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Yeah, and this is what these devils are saying to themselves in these different meetings. They know that we're not for their turn. And this is talking about us. We the only spirits on the planet Earth that's crying out against the atrocities in America, man. The rest of our people, even if you got these black conscious guys, listen to a little Erykah Badu and light an incense, and they think they're on the level. Right, but guess what? They don't mind being in the same, they don't mind coexisting with Esau, man. Go ahead, come on.
It said, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn.
Angelo.
It says, and he is clean, contrary to our doing.
Right, so we clean contrary to what the so-called white man do, man. We clean contrary to them, man. You know, as much as they try to paint Jake out to be the menace to society, right? They try to put this narrative, gang violence, or even with Issachar. What the guy named El Chapo?
Oh, yeah, Chapo, yeah.
Man, who giving him the drugs, man? Bush in this regime, you know? Case in point, they like to say Chicago is going down with all the black on black crime. But guess what? What about World War I, man? That was white on white crime on a global scale, man. What about World War II? What about the Civil War? That was white on white crime right there, man. And you try to make it seem like we the scum of the earth. I don't want to go to that neighborhood. And you goddamn, you devils, man. Yeah, that's
Witches and
warlock.
warlock.
Yeah. Got Harry Potter, you know what I mean?
He said Harry Potter.
Yeah, they got the series. Yeah.
Oh, they got a
Just
broom
so
and
they
a
for the
con.
con and shit.
Yep, come on.
Con. This it says he is clean contrary to our doings.
Right, we clean contrary to the doings of these devils, man.
He upbraided us without offending the law.
Right, and, that's what we do. Okay? We upbraid them from their offending the law. For an example, the scriptures tell you if a man lied with mankind like he lied with a woman, they have committed abomination, they should surely be put to death. What Esau did, he made it, he celebrated it, man. And if you got a platform, let's say if you're a talk show host, you better not say faggot. You're gonna lose your job. They protect homos, man. So right now, they blatantly going up against the laws of Yahweh Shema Shah. Go ahead,
Con. It says, in objective to our infamy, the transgression of our education.
Yeah, and we are solely against the education of Esau, man. Okay?
Yep.
You got more?
It's the book of Psalms 58 and verse 2. Yeah, in your heart you work wickedness.
Right, that's dealing with you Edomites, man. In your heart you work wickedness. Then it goes deeper than just thinking something. That's talking about these secret meetings they have. They have these secret meetings on how they can further keep our people in derision. You know, they'll put out a trend, for an example. They'll put out a trend where they'll have a Jake dressed in a dress.
Yeah. Yep.
So now, for the younger ones coming up, they'll be desensitized to it. Oh, it's cool, I want a skirt, you know? That's what they do in these meetings, man. Go ahead, that's in their heart, see? Anything in your heart, which is your mind, that means in a secret place, a secret council. Go ahead,
Acts chapter verse 1.
Go ahead.
It's Psalms 58 and verse 1. Do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? Yeah, in your heart you work wickedness.
Again, in these secret councils, you work wickedness, man. Go ahead.
Ye wait the violence of your hands in the earth.
Go ahead.
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born.
Right, each and every one of these Edomites is wicked, man. Go ahead,
It says they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Go ahead.
It says the poison is like the poison of a serpent.
Yeah, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. That's dealing with their laws and legislation. You know, the rhetoric that they push out is like poison, man. Everything this man pushed is death. That's why this is known as the valley of shadow of death, man. Danger lurks at every turn in America, man. Unless the Spirit of the Lord was with us, we would have been overthrown, man, in this place. All right, but the Lord in His mercy preserved us for this moment. All right, come on.
I got a quick precept on something.
Yeah, go ahead. Go and
Yeah,
get your,
quick
and then you
precept.
get your precept. I know y'all got precepts too, right? All right, come on.
Yeah, come this quick precept. This Proverbs 2 in verse 8. It says, "For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead."
Woo. Yep. Go ahead. Go, you what you got, bro?
All right, come. This Psalm 14. I'm gonna start at 1. The fool have said his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt. They have done abominable works.
Hey, who is that talk about, man? It said the fool have said in his heart there's no God. That's talking about Edom, man. All right, who came up with the Big Bang Theory? If you think I'm lying, man. The Big Bang Theory is nothing more than a feeble attempt to try to discredit a higher power, man. Straight up. Come on, man. It ain't that hard, man. You devils, and matter of fact, give me that Isaiah. You devils, man, in your pride, you're not even willing to acknowledge that there's a power over you, man. Go ahead.
God, this Isaiah chapter 47 and 8. It says, "Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly."
And that's dealing with you Edomites, man. You are given the pleasures. Everything is at your fingertip. You can order whatever. You can Grubhub. You know? Everything is at your pleasure, man. Go ahead.
It said that dwellest carelessly.
And you do dwell carelessly. You're not preparing yourself for the wrath of Yahweh Shemel Shah. And when you go to these other countries, they're war-torn. You see buildings riddled with bullets. That virgin right here, this ain't been touched yet. She touched herself, and that's what a virgin do. You know, it needs like 9/11. Yeah. She touched herself. Yeah, she popped up. Yeah, she played with herself. But the Lord gonna gang rape you. But all these nations gonna gang rape you. Yeah, them missiles, them rods, them arrows. Look at this fucking devil. Yeah, go ahead. Hey, you get to the point where you just get tired of seeing these Edomites, man. If you're in the right spirit, you know that they slaves on the loose. Yeah, go ahead.
You said these other nations are going to gang rape America with the missiles. This is Isaiah, Obadiah, verse 7. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread lay a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him.
Yeah, these other nations gonna turn on you, man, including your allies. Somebody got that Jeremiah?
Yeah, come.
Bring it up.
This book of Jeremiah 50 in verse 14. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start at verse 13. This is because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon should be astonished, and here are her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon.
Right, the scripture said put yourself in array against Babylon. Babylon is America, man. All these nations is going to be furious with Babylon. Oh, and they're going to find out that that coronavirus came from Esau. And it's just like a whore. The scriptures compare America to a whore, right? What a whore do? She burn everybody. She give everybody diseases. That's the spirit. This whore, they laid with the whore, and now they have, hey man, the Lord bad. I ain't just saying that. That's scripture. That's scripture. Yeah, come on. Yeah.
China, I don't know this president what came out and said, hey, the U.S. Army has something to do with it.
Yeah, China came out and said it, man. It sounds like I'm just making a bad analogy, but no, that's the reality of it. That's the way the Lord set it up. That's why he called America a whore, man. And the Lord said, consider his works, right? What happened with a whore? She, first of all, what she do? She get paid off all the tricks, but she also get diseases from them, man. That's why they got the travel ban. If you go here, you're gonna bring the coronavirus. Go ahead.
So Revelation 18:7. How much she have glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her.
Woo! So the Lord is gonna balance it out. So this place have been glorified, but now torment is coming to this place. Go ahead,
For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yep. And that's how America is, man. America don't believe that they're gonna ever see adversity. These Americans, that's why they got this saying, let's make America great again. Oh, by saying that, you actually acknowledge that America is not so great no more. When you say that, you're acknowledging that America's not so great again. And guess what? When you say that, it proves that you're the Edomites. Give me Malachi. Come on, go ahead, do what you got.
Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works.
Right, and what's her works? She bombed all these different nations, man. So the Lord is going to double that, man. You people don't even know what's going on, man. But guess what? We ain't mad at you because that's your lot. It wasn't meant for you to know, man. Right, the Lord played a cruel joke on you, man.
Right.
He took away your senses. You don't even know that that danger is coming. The Lord took away your senses. You don't even know. You know? Hey, that's how the Lord works, man. He have snared you, man.
Trick, man.
It says, in the cup which she have filled to her double. Things that America has issued out. It's going to come back to America double, man. You know? The scripture said what? A man reap what he sowed. Galatians 6 and 7. We know what America is sold. All right? That's why Ezekiel 35 said, blood shall pursue thee, man. Like I always said, man, hey, you got to be running from blood for blood to pursue you.
Yeah, that's right.
See?
Hey, and then the Lord bad. Right? See, the Lord a baller. I mean, that's the lack of better word, but the Lord is a great king. So what a great king do? When they pay you, they tip you. They give you more. That's why when we get rewarded, we're going to get more than what we deserve. So the Lord going to reward them too. Matter of fact, give me them Revelation. Where the Lord say going to reward you for your good and your bad.
Okay, yeah, Con, this Revelations.
See, you get paid either way. The Lord going to pay you either way. He going to pay you for the bad, and he going to pay you for the good. But guess what? He's so much of a king, he going to tip you. I'm going to pay you. Let me give you double. Yeah, go ahead.
Revelation 22 and 12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me.
See, my reward is with me. So I'm going to pay everybody. Go ahead.
To give every man according as his work shall be.
See that? So if you, the Lord ain't going to just pay. The Lord going to show you how much class he got. He'll give you double, bro. Here you go.
There you go.
See?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Revelation 18 and 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. And double unto her according to her works.
Came out again.
And the cup which shall fill to her double.
See, that's how the Lord get down, man. The Lord, he do, everything is plentiful, you know? All right, somebody else got something? Yeah. Go ahead.
It's like
Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, start at verse 14. For the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Yeah, whether it be, bad. Come on, that's bad.
So for the Most High shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil.
Whether it be good or whether it be evil, man. So the Lord is the ultimate rewarder. He's going to pay us for our works, and he's going to double us. We're going to get more than really what we deserve, you know, in righteousness. But in these wicked devils, you're going to get double, man. You know, case in point, we went into slavery, you know, this last time with, you can round off 400 or 500 years being oppressed. Well, the scripture said they're going to get 1,000, man. So that's the double up. That's the double. They beat us with a whip. We're going to beat them with a rod. That's double, man. We're going to get to go to sleep.
Hey, don't make it go to sleep.
You might not get to go to sleep, Esau, man. Especially if you my slave, man. Man, I'm going to be hell on your end, man. Oh, matter of fact, give me that Isaiah 24. They should visit them.
Oh, yeah.
Is that Isaiah 24, I believe? They shall visit them in their home. Because the scriptures go into a vivid illustration of what's going to happen in the kingdom. Matter of fact, give me Lazarus and the rich man. Let's go into that too. Because if you get a Bible to a pastor, right, and you say break down the parable of Lazarus and the rich man, he gonna ask you, hey man, he gonna have you escort. The deacons gonna surround you. Man. Gonna be deacons coming out of nowhere. Security. You saw casino, whatever was that casino, where the dude came and hit him with the. They're gonna hit you with the shocker, man, take you out of there. Oh, look.
Oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, man.
What's going on here?
Angelina Jolie.
Hey, see that?
I'm supposed to making videos, shit like that. I was gonna say help.
Yeah, because the children, they see the spirit. The children see the spirit.
Get out.
Yeah, that's it, brother.
Yeah, Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, that's what that she trying to say, don't she trying to do a code.
And that part,
Help me.
seeking to please the poor and seek.
Yeah, they looking to please the poor though, man. There's nothing you can do, man, you know?
Dang.
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 I got that.
Hey, the Lord gonna have to put a spirit on us, man.
Yep.
You know? To really put our foot in their ass. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 24, and I started 21. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones.
Right, the host of the high ones, they're dealing with you Edomites, and in particular, the chief house of the nation of Edom, which comes in the form of these bankers, man. Look at that, man. Damn, Edomite tying this girl's shoe, man. You see the spirit, man? Man, what the fuck? Did y'all see that?
Man, hold on, man.
Hey, man, this place get weirder and weirder by the second, man.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah, come on, man. We're ready to get the hell up out of America, man.
Right.
For real. Go ahead, read.
It says, this is Isaiah 24 and 21, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high.
Right, so it's gonna be a recompense. Those who put us in captivity, they're going into captivity, man. That's it. That's the message of the Bible, man. That's it. You ask your pastor about that, he gonna, like I say, he gonna escort you out of there, man. All right? This is the truth of the Bible, what we got up here, man. If you've been inquiring about the Lord, you better come and get it now. Because if you're running out of time, okay? America's about to be shut down, man.
Right.
Hey, which America is recorded in the scriptures. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, and the kings of the earth upon the earth, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners.
Yes, see, they're going to be gathered together as prisoners. That's what's going to happen to you elites, man. We're going to gather you together as prisoners because the scriptures tell you what's going to happen play by play. America going to be destroyed. The average so-called white man, along with everybody outside the truth, going to be destroyed, right? And who's going to be preserved? It's going to be the elites. They're going to be preserved, and they're going to be in these bunkers. And we ain't making that up. You can Google it. The acronym is DUMB. Deep Underground Military Bunkers. And they're going to be in these space stations as well. They're going to be preserved only for us to come and round them up and take them into captivity. That's the Bible. That's what the Bible says. Go ahead, read what you got.
It's Psalms 149:6. That the high praise of the Most High be in their mouth,
Read.
and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. To execute vengeance upon the heathen.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen. All right, go ahead.
And punishment upon the people.
And punishment upon the people. Go ahead.
Verse 8. To bind their kings with chains.
See, to bind their kings with chains. That wasn't written for entertainment. That's a prophecy concerning the people on this side and the redemption we're going to get for those who took us in captivity, man. Let's get these signs out, man. Yep, come on, give me that. Read what you got again. These people right here going into captivity, man. These are the elites of this society. These are the elites of this society right here, man. The international bankers, which the scriptures speak about the Illuminati. When you go into that word Lucifer, right? You know, to the naked eye, you'll think that's talking about the spiritual being Satan. The word Lucifer translates to illuminated ones or light bearer. Okay? So these are those who seize control of the planet Earth, fulfilling the prophecy spoken in the book of Job, the 9th chapter, in the 24th verse, where the earth will be given into the hand of the wicked. These people on this side control all the resources on the planet Earth, man. They control the gold, the diamonds. They control it all. But guess what? They're going to be the first fruits of slaves. And that's what we're reading right here. Read that again, huh?
Back in Psalms 149:8. To bind their kings with chains.
To bind their kings with chains.
And their nobles with fetters of iron.
And their nobles with fetters of iron. That's a prophecy that we're waiting on to happen. We're going to take them in captivity. Give me Isaiah 14 real quick. Bring it up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14. I'm going to go...
Start at 2.
Yeah. Isaiah 14:2. And the people shall take them.
Yep, the people shall take them. Go ahead.
And bring them to their place.
Go ahead.
And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, for servants and handmaids.
For servants and handmaids. Read.
And they shall take them captive.
We're going to take them captive. Go ahead.
Whose captives they were.
So we're going to take the very ones who had us captive into captivity, man. That's the prophecy. Okay? And we fast approaching that time. All right, you got more? Go ahead.
and they shall rule over their oppressors.
And we're going to rule over our oppressors. That's the message of the Bible, man. We're going to actually rule over the very ones that oppressed us. And guess what? Esau ain't the only ones that oppressed us. Moab, you're going to get it too, man. All you other nations had a hand in putting us in captivity at one point in time. You got one more? Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Isaiah 14 and jumping down to 20, thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of the evildoers shall never be renowned.
Yep, and the seed of the evildoer, that's dealing with Edomites. All right, so go ahead. You got something? Go ahead.
This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom.
Yeah, the reward of your whoredom is going to be in your bosom, man. And there go that reward again. Go ahead.
Therefore shalt
give me,
thou
give me
receive
second.
recompense, like as thou hast done
Read
unto
that
my...
one more time out. Read that again.
Okay, start from the top, 2nd Esdras 15 and 55. The reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom.
Go ahead.
Therefore shalt thou receive recompense. Like as
recompense. See? The Lord said you're going to receive recompense. Recompense, that's a compound word, man. Re meaning back, and compense meaning pay. That's where you get the word compensation from. So the Lord says he's going to pay you back. Hold what you got. Let me bring this up.
Yeah, this 2 Thessalonians chapter 1 and 6. Sin is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense.
Right. It's a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense. That means pay back. Go ahead.
It is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
And who troubled us, man? The so-called white man. You can't get around that. Let's go look at the old period pieces, man. 12 years a slave, roots. Man, they put holy hell on you, man. They had what's known as gator bait. Did y'all ever? I know y'all heard of gator bait. Let's get the signs up. Hey, them devils went hard body on us, man. Oh, that story that you went into about the guy who they cut his fingers off.
Yeah, Claude.
Yeah, Claude. What his name was?
Named Claude. Claude.
Yeah, Claude.
I forgot his name.
I forgot his. Yeah, they cut off his penis. Yeah, they made him eat it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, get that around. Turn it around. Yo, grandma, man. This your grandma and granddad, man. The Klan rolled up in their house. Klan rolled up in their house and kidnapped them, man. Made them take a picture before they got it there. That's what I get from it. They gonna get it, man. They gonna get it, man. See, that's what the Bible all about, man. The Bible all about a fight, a war between two nations, man. Jacob and Esau, man. Woo, give me that. And somebody give me 2nd Ezra, is that 2nd Ezra 14 where it said two are set up against another? 33?
That's
Ecclesiastes.
yes, right, 33, 14.
Hold that on there. Go ahead, get what you got.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 25, and I started verse 13. It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart.
Right, so, hey, Lord, Scripture said give me some wise counsel up here, man. Although to the naked eye, you might think we just a bunch of disgruntled Negroes. All right,
Man, get that motherfucker. Look like he did something.
Yeah, he did some fucked up shit. Like an eagle, too.
Yeah,
Yeah, motherfucker like an eagle.
Yeah, I don't think
Like a retarded eagle.
Straight retard.
A rooster, yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Rooster and
Sirach 25 and 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart.
Right, and see, this applies to us. The Lord didn't give us the plague of the heart. These brothers out here in this gathering, man, you got a sound mind. When you go into the word heart, it translates to your mind. So King David sent out this prayer pretty much, well, this is King Solomon, but that's the house of David, you know. So that prayer registered with us. That prayer was for us, man. So the Lord gave us a sound heart. That's why we got the mental capacity to retain his knowledge, man. You know, the average Jake that's out here BSing today, man. But these brothers out here getting this knowledge, that's because the Lord said this prayer, man. Go ahead, read that again.
It says, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman.
Right, because a woman is the lesser vessel. You know? Go ahead.
And any affliction.
And also a woman don't have faith. That word feminine means without faith. Go ahead.
It says in any affliction.
And that's why your woman, when you go through shit, the bill ain't paid, she the first one that's worried, you know? It's just that's the way she was designed. So Scripture said, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness of the wickedness of a woman. Go ahead.
It says in any affliction, but the affliction from them that hate me.
See, and give me any affliction, but the affliction of them that hate me, man. And see, that's the worst affliction you can get. The affliction of somebody that hates you, man. And that's why them devils hung you and castrated you and raped and ravished your women, fed your children to alligators. Why? Because that was the affliction of the one that hated you, man. Those are your enemies, man. It just came out like 2 days ago. I think Columbia University, y'all just see what the Edomite boy went on a racial rant. They had to literally pig tie this motherfucker and throw him out of the building, man. And he admitted he was drunk. You know, but man, he was in there like, man, I hate niggers. Yeah.
It says in any revenge, but the revenge of enemies.
Yeah, but give me any revenge, but the revenge of enemies. And guess what? When you really go into the history, this was revenge on us. Because see, we put hell on the so-called white man before. In the time of King David, we put holy hell on them, man. And see, they got revenge. Oh, Yahushua even said that. You know? Yahushua said the days of revenge is coming. That he was talking about the Edomites. And it happened after the Lord died in 70 AD. That's when that's where you had the Roman onslaught of 70 AD, where they chased us out of Jerusalem into the interiors of Western Africa, where we was later rounded up. You see how mad them devil war with us? They chased us out of Jerusalem and they went through, man. They later came back and got us in ships, man. That's that fight, man. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, bring it up.
Remember what the Lord said, don't wail for me, wail for your
Oh, yeah, Yahushua said that. When Yahushua was going to the cross, he said, look, don't wail for me, man. Wail for your children. Because these devils finna open up on you, man. All right? But now we're in a time where the Lord is about to reverse it. We about to put holy hell on the devil, man. And we're going to enjoy every minute of it, man.
Right.
Especially them elites, man. We're going to bust them up. See this devil, man. You get it. You know what you're talking about, man. You fucking bitch. Fucking bitch. You see that pride on that bitch? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man.
Precept. Go ahead. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Deuteronomy 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Right, yeah, because it's going to come a time where you're going to be, give me, what's supposed to say, the Lord going to take a cup of trembling out of your hand. That's, is that limitation? I think it's limitations. I believe that is.
No, that's it. You talking about Deuteronomy? No, out of your hand.
Yeah. Try limitation 4, this is what it says. And that's to take a cup of trembling out of your hand. Read this again.
Deuteronomy chapter 30:7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies.
Right, the Lord's going to put these curses upon your enemies. And a part of those curses is fear. You got to remember, you got to think about back then the devils had us in hardcore bondage. It could be a house with 5 Edomites, right? And it'll be a plantation, a number of jakes. And them 5 Edomites will keep them jakes in check. Why? Because the Lord had fear on them, man. We was afraid of them damn devils. Even to this very day. Minister Society, when the 2 cops pull up, they went scattering. But that's the curses of the Lord on us, man. See? All right, you got that?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, hold, you got to get this real quick.
Isaiah
We're going to go back to what you got, but you get this.
Isaiah 51:22.
That's it.
Thus says the Lord, the power that fleeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out the hand of the cup of trembling.
Right, see, the Lord is taking that cup of trembling out of our hand. You see it right now. That cup of trembling is being transferred over to Esau. Esau's scared of you now, man. Jake ain't scared of Esau like that. It was a time when you couldn't walk on the same street with these devils, man. Or look them in their face, man. Or go in the same restaurant, none of that, man. Now Jake knocking Edomites out and all that. Yeah, come. Now they try, you see them now, they go all out the way to get around from you, man. That's this scripture there fulfilled. The Lord has taken that cup of trembling out of our hand. Read that again.
Isaiah 51:22 again. Thus saith the Lord, and the power that pleadeth the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out thy hand and out thy hand the cup of trembling. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury.
Go ahead, read.
Thou shalt no more drink it again.
Continue. Go to the next one.
Isaiah 51:23. But I would put it into the hand of them.
See, but he didn't just take it out of our hand and just set it down. He took the cup out of our hand, and now he is giving it to them. Go ahead.
That afflicted thee.
Right, so now the ones that afflicted us is trembling, man. You know? Go ahead.
Which have said to thy soul, bow down,
Right, they told us to bow down, man. Go ahead.
that we may go over,
That we might go over. Uh-huh.
and thou hast laid thy body as the ground.
Right, and that goes into Lazarus and the rich man as well. We through the Spirit, we're going to go into that. Go ahead, Al.
And as the street to them that went over.
Right, so pretty much we laid down. You know, if somebody lay down and concede, you folks say, okay, he don't want to fight, man, leave him alone. We laid down and these devils that skunked us out, man. See, that's why we gonna bring the drummer to you devils, man. All right, so get what you got. There's somebody hold that Lazarus and the rich man on there. You got it? Go ahead.
This is the book of Lamentations, 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Right. So right now, you should be rejoicing and being glad. This is your last hurrah, man. You're not going to come back in the power after this, man. Okay? Go ahead, up.
It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Yep, the cup is going to pass to you now. Meaning you got to digest this. You got to take it. We took it. We dealt with it, man. We dealt with it. We drunk it, man. Now that cup is going to be passed to you. Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yep. All right, so.
That's quick points.
Well, go ahead, you got it.
Hey, and that cup gonna be double, man. Just like the scripture said we just read, 18, what? Revelation 18:6. All right, like I said, hey, you beat us with a whip, we're gonna beat you with an iron rod, man. Bust your shit open, man. That's right. Straight up. Yeah, that's it. That's it. You're gonna work in your sleep.
They gonna sleep standing up now.
They're going to be in a hole.
Hold on the Sabbath.
Yo, like they had us in bag houses and shit. Well, them, they was asking you to put us in chicken coops too. They to put babies in chicken coops.
Debo.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what they would do to babies, man. Your little baby, they'll put a rope around his neck and throw him out in the river, man, with a rope around his neck. Hey, and then sometimes they'll leave the babies overnight, like for the alligators. A lot of times the alligators didn't get the babies, and the babies would be crying over the next night, man.
If they can tread the water.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, babies be in the water, yeah.
Yeah, if they can tread the water.
Then they'll put the babies in chicken coops too.
Yeah.
You know, you put a baby in a fucking chicken coop.
Yeah. You put ants
Oh,
on
I
there,
don't know if y'all heard about that.
Sure,
What they call it? That dodgeball. Y'all heard dodgeball? Yeah,
that's it.
Coon ball. They'll have our little babies, like little baby about that size, and they'll put them like you know in the circles now. When you throw the baseball into a little hole and you try to hit the clown face or whatever. Yeah, hit a nigga, yeah. But they were throwing iron balls, man. At the end of the night, number of babies laid out with concussions and shit, man. Teeth knocked out.
You know they came over with baseball from taking different size sticks and busting niggas nuts over this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where they came over with baseball from.
They put hell on us, man. And they used to get professional pitchers. This one in the 18. It was recent history. Yeah, they'll get professional pitchers who go 90 miles per hour, and they'll throw them and hit little babies like that size, man. I'm telling you, man, we gonna put. See, that's why these people, man, they marvel at this message. They be like, man, man, we all equal. Man, fuck that, man.
Right.
We gonna put hell on you devils, man. The Lord didn't forget. It tells you that in Revelation 18 chapter, the Lord have remembered her sins, man. You think just because it was a while back, we're gonna just see another thing we know about reincarnation? We know that these same devils is back today, man. Matter of fact, give me Isaiah 14 real quick.
Count the
21.
time, it wasn't that far back.
It wasn't far. Look, when you consider the Lord says it's 1,000 years. No pictures, please.
No pictures.
No pictures, please. Yeah, go ahead.
It is Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Right, prepare slaughter for his children. Go ahead.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of their fathers. Why does the Lord say prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers? Because you are your fathers in the reincarnation, man. We can prove that. Give me Ezekiel 18 and Exodus 20. You give me Ezekiel 18. Somebody give me Exodus 20. I think around 4 or 5. See, the Lord is a just power, man. The Lord ain't gonna judge you for something that you didn't do. You know? You're gonna pay for the very thing that you did, man. That's how the Lord works. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
Yeah. Let me start at the top of it. This is Ezekiel chapter 18:1. And the word of the Lord came to me saying again, what mean ye that ye use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying the fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the teeth are set on edge, and the children's teeth are set on edge.
Go ahead.
As I live, said the Lord power, ye shall not have occasion anymore to use this proverb in Israel. Yeah, because let's just say you eat some sour. Yeah, you eat some sour. Your child ain't gonna taste that what you just ate.
Yep. Read that again. That's a great point. Read that again.
Yeah,
break it down.
Yeah, this is Ezekiel 18:2. What mean ye that ye use this proverb concerning the land of Israel, saying, the fathers have eaten sour grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge. So yeah, you ate something sour. You get that tingling taste in your mouth, but if you ate that, your child ain't gonna taste that. Your child ain't gonna experience that feeling. But you will, though. You know what I mean?
So that proved when the Lord said, raise up their children for the iniquities of their fathers, you are your fathers.
Yep.
It's a such thing as reincarnation. Your pastor never told you that, but it is. Yeah, every fourth generation. That's spirit. That's why you experience deja vu. And that actually baffles these scientists, man. That's one thing that they can't really give you any, concrete, nothing with substance to explain away. But matter of fact, so the brother said that, get it real quick. Get Exodus 20.
Okay.
You got that?
Exodus chapter 20, verse 5. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children.
Hey, read it one more time.
Exodus 20:5. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy power, I am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children.
Right, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children. See, go ahead.
Upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
The third and fourth generation. Okay, that's when you come back. So usually it's like, okay, you have a child, then he have a child, then he have a child, then his child is you, man. That's how it works. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, quick precept. This is 1 Kings 21:29. Seest thou how Ahab humbled himself before me, because he humbled himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his days, but in his son's days will I bring the evil upon his house.
Meaning what? He was going to bring it to him when he came back as his son. And later on as his great-great-great-grandson. Yeah. That even happened with Yahushua. When Yahushua came back later on, he paid for what he did at Solomon. If you didn't know, the Lord Yahushua was King Solomon. Right? So even he paid. Yep, go ahead.
This is Sirach 41:5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish.
Right, the inheritance of children, sinners' children shall perish. So what? That's you. You are your seed. That's why, matter of fact, somebody give me Hosea 4:6 real quick. It's a nugget in that as well that proves reincarnation if you view through spiritual lenses. Yep, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach 41:6. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father.
Oh, that's reading out. The children, what? Go ahead, read it again.
The children will complain of an ungodly father.
Meaning what? You complain about yourself, man. You testify against yourself. Go ahead.
Because they shall be reproached for his sake.
It's gonna be reproached for their sake. See? But that's the Lord ain't unjust. The Lord ain't gonna let you get reproached for somebody else. You actually getting reproached for what you did. Well, that's the mission of the kingdom of heaven right there, man. A part of the mission of the kingdom of heaven. That's how you get understanding and knowing why the Lord brings judgment. The Lord don't bring random judgment. If a stray bullet hit you, it ain't such thing as a stray bullet. That bullet was meant for you, man.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, this Hosea chapter 4:6. My people.
Matter of fact, somebody give me Joel 4:7. Go ahead.
This Hosea 4:6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
Meaning He's gonna forget you.
Yep.
When you come back, your child comes after you. All right. So you rejected the Lord back then. When you came back in this lifetime, He rejected you. But all those who cleaved to the Lord back then, when you came back, the Lord came back to you. Let's prove that. Give me Ecclesiastes 27:9 real quick. The mere fact that you got this truth today, that means you accepted the Lord back then. Yep, the water you how about you outside. That's true, man. You got to thank the Lord, man, for that, for real. The Lord, that's why the scripture said the Lord have not forgotten us. Because after all that, you died, the Spirit came back. You know, the Lord didn't forget you. He let you come right back to the truth so you can be saved. Matter of fact, let's get the scripture on.
God, this is
Hold on real quick, let him go. Last month, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 27:9. The birds will resort unto their light.
Go ahead.
So will truth return unto them that practice her.
Read that one more time.
God, it said the birds will resort unto their light. So
this is a form of that. The birds will resort to their light. You know? Go ahead.
So will truth return unto them that practice in her.
See, so will truth return to them that practice in her. So this truth returned to you. That means you was here before and you came back and the truth came. You were no coincidence. You know? You was going about your day-to-day business, and all of a sudden, man, the Lord presented the truth to you, man. The birds getting down now, yeah. Let's go ahead, y'all. You can say something?
No, I'm just saying, hey, birds of a feather flock together.
Yes. The scriptures on that too. Yep. All right, go ahead. Get what you got. Job.
Okay, this is the book of Job 4 and verse 7. It says, remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent.
Whoever perished being innocent. Meaning, everybody get they just do, you know? This is that place of confusion, man. Go ahead, read it again.
It's Job 4 and 7. Remember, I pray thee, whoever perished being innocent, or wherever the righteous cut off.
Right, so if you see, like if you hear about a baby getting shot by a straight bullet, they paying for something that they did in their past life. That's just, you know. Go ahead, continue.
Verse 8, even as I seen that they that plow iniquity and sow wickedness reap the same.
Right, so that's that seed. You come back and do that seed, and you get back what you know, what you plow.
Yep.
You know, that's what you do. You plow your woman, you drop that seed, and later on you're gonna come right back through that seed, man. Yep. That's that pipeline. You're gonna always come back on the planet Earth. That's why when you read, what's that Matthew the 1st chapter talk about the lineage of the Lord? The Lord came through that lineage. He started at Adam. Which Adam was the Lord.
Yeah.
He started as himself, as Adam. And he came back. That's why the scriptures say the first Adam and the last one. Yeah, the Alpha and Omega. Yep. That's what that's really.
He know how we feel.
Yep. That's what that's going into, man. All right. So now y'all got a precept? Give me. Let's go to Lazarus and the rich man real quick. Because it's important to go into, matter of fact, before we get that, go to Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, and start at the top, and we're going to read down before we go into it. Because that's what's going on right now. Right now, the transition of power, man. There's a transition of power taking place right before your eyes. So-called white man and that grip of power that he once had, he's losing that, man. And there's nothing he can do to control the narrative anymore. And that's what this devil used to. You know, he used to control the narrative, man. And they bugging out over there too, man. They ready to put people to death now, man. You know? Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 10
Start at the top.
and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
Now, what is this talking about? This is going into kingdoms. That's the overtone of the scriptures, man. All right? A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of the prudent, that's dealing with the kingdom of heaven. And who's going to be the wise king to really judge us? Yahweh Shai with the joint heirs. Matter of fact, hold that. Give me Isaiah 9. I think it's Isaiah 9 and 6. Yeah, Isaiah 9 and 6 real quick.
It's Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. For unto us a child is born.
That's talking about Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
Unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
Right, and the government shall be upon his shoulders. See? Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful.
Wonderful. Go ahead.
Counselor.
Counselor.
The mighty power. The everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
And that really, that's a title for Yahweh Shai, whether you know it or not. One of the titles of the Lord is the everlasting Father, man. Okay? That's bad. That's a stumbling block. Because Yahweh Shai created. If you really go into it, Yahweh Shai created everything, man. There's plenty of scriptures on it. This nigga.
Look, kid.
Man, just turn that shit down, man. Hey, they doing a thing now where they give you a copyright strike for that, man. Yeah, they give you a copyright strike for that now. Yeah, you know? And they think they got agents, man. This dude got a surround system playing, man. Why you playing that first and foremost?
He ain't like he got a tick on the
Yeah,
back.
he got a tick on the back.
Hey, that was the spirit. He just turned it down a little bit.
Yeah, good, man.
Yeah.
Spirit, man. Maybe a death ain't. He saw a death ain't the river. God.
The mule and the song.
Goof ass nigga,
Yeah, man, like he a form and shit. Two of them in the wall.
hole in the wall.
Saul and the mule. Saul and the mule.
I've been up there by Edgewater and shit, back in land and shit, man. All these cities and things. All right, come on.
God, this is Sirach chapter 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such
Hey, let that devil be, man.
it says
Yeah, go ahead. And that's true. And it's true getting these devils. There's two getting these devils, man.
That's a true idiot right there.
Yeah, he watching us on live stream, man.
True idiot. Purposely done.
God,
Purposely done.
God, this is Sirach chapter 10 and 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers.
Right, as the judge of the people, I saw himself, man. And right now, who is the judge of the people? Donald Trump. He's a proud devil, man. That's why you got these devils at the height of their pride, man. Yep, go ahead.
It says, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right, such are all they that dwell therein. That's why America is the proudest of the kingdom, man. Okay? Because the vibration of their ruler is proud, you know? That vibration spills over to them. Go ahead.
It says, such are all they that dwell therein, as an unwise, it's like an unwise king destroys his people.
Right, and that's why America is on the verge of a collapse, man. They have an unwise king, which have brought them to the border of World War III, man. And we know that that devil is going to do something that's going to trigger World War III, man. Trump. Because he's going to be in office, man. He ain't going nowhere. Plus he just signed off on that national emergency.
That's king.
That's King of Babylon. That's right. What's that? Oh yeah, Obama really put everything in work. He signed a lot of legislation to make it easier for them to do what they're doing now.
President have all power during the time of emergency.
Yep. Go ahead.
It says, an unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, meaning life is going to flourish in the kingdom of heaven, man. That's why the Lord compared the kingdom to summer. He said summer is not. What happens in the winter? Everything dies in the winter. The trees dead, you know. There's no life in the winter. Life flourishes in the summer, starting in the spring. Okay, go ahead.
God, it says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord.
Right, go ahead.
And in due time, he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, so the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord. Meaning what? The Lord dictates who sits on the throne or not. That will prove that the so-called white man is weak and feeble. You got to ask yourself, how this man came into power, man? It was the Lord. That was a work, a marvelous work. Because when you go into the history of the so-called white man, it was once a time where they was on all fours, man. Yeah, Fred Flintstone eating lights out of each other's head and shit. I just look at them, just examine them, man. Like they're weak and awkward, man. Go ahead.
God,
Yeah, go ahead.
God. In the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man.
Right, so the Lord is the reason why you prosper, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, Khan. It says, in the hand of the Most High is the prosperity of man, and upon the person of the scribe shall he lay his honor.
Who is the person of the scribe? The brothers that got this truth. So the Lord said he's going to lay his honor upon us. You're looking at your next rulers, man. We're going to be joint heirs with the Lord Yahweh Shah. We're going to be the next rulers, right? And that's something that's way above the comprehension of our people. They don't have a ruling class mentality. The demons out today. Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Khan. It says, bear not hatred to thy neighbor for every wrong, and do nothing at all by injurious practices.
Yep. And Esau guilty of that. Go ahead.
Pride is hateful before the Most High, and man.
Yeah, so pride is hateful not only before the Most High, but man as well. You know, you hate a proud guy. You know that dude, let's just say like in any sports, right? You got that dude talking shit, oh man, you know, you in the cut like, man, I hope somebody knock this dude out.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, humble that dude. Yeah, go ahead.
Pride is hateful before the Most High and man.
Right, go ahead.
And by both doth one commit iniquity.
Go ahead.
Because of unrighteous dealings.
Because of unrighteous dealings, go ahead.
Injuries.
And
riches got by deceit.
Well, the so-called white man guilty of all that, man.
Right.
All right, the injuries he committed, the unrighteous dealings he committed to all the nations, not just Israel, and the riches that he got by deceit. How did he get the riches by deceit? He seized control of all the gold of the planet Earth, and he gave you FRNs, man, Federal Reserve notes. And to add insult to injury, it got the devil face on it. Joel Washington, you know, look like the grandma. Yeah, with a wig. That's where you go into history, go to Jekyll Island, you know. These devils see control of everything and they gave you paper money. That's riches got by deceit, see? So the scripture's spot on. The scripture identifying and target who the devil is, and it's none other than the so-called white man. Go ahead.
It said, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
See that? The kingdom is translated from one people to another. And in this case, the kingdom is going to be translated from the so-called white man over to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Right. And these Edomites know this message, man. They know about this message. They messed up in the head over this, man. You know? All right, I think that's what I wanted.
Okay.
You got something?
Okay.
All right, then we're going to get that parable of Lazarus and the rich man.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6.
Beautiful.
The Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave.
Right, he bringeth down to the grave. Go ahead.
And bringeth up.
And bringeth up. So the Lord brought us down to the grave, and he brought Esau up. And guess what? He's about to bring them down to the grave. He's about to bring us up. Right. Go ahead.
The Lord maketh poor.
The Lord maketh poor.
Rich.
The Lord made us poor, man.
Yeah, right.
But he also what?
He bringeth low and lifteth up.
He bringeth low and lifteth up. The Lord brought us low, and now he's going to lift us up. Matter of fact, hold that. You got your Go ahead.
This Sirach.
You got Daniel 4. You got that? Matter of fact, before you get that, I was thinking about that. Give me this real quick.
There's Daniel 4 and 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the Holy One.
Really?
To the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men.
Like the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. Go ahead.
And giveth it to whomsoever he will.
So the Lord give rulership to whomsoever he will. Go ahead.
And he set up over it the basis of man.
So the Lord set up over this kingdom the basis of men. That's Esau, but guess what? That we gonna be the basis of man now. We at the bottom. Now we gonna be the next guys up. See? So the word was written and you can't alter that. So nobody can say, well, hold up, Lord, why are you doing that? You're gonna say, you know what, it's in the scriptures. I raised up the basis of men. And we at the bottom right now, see? So that gotta happen again. All right?
Going back to 1 Samuel 2 and 8, he raises up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill.
Now that word dunghill translates to literally the shithole. Dung means shit, man. So the Lord raised us up out of the shithole. Right? Go ahead.
To set them among princes.
And that's dealing with when you read Ezra the second chapter, when you go into that crowning, where the Lord crowned everybody, we're gonna be amongst nothing but kings in the kingdom. We ain't gonna be dealing with average people, man. We're gonna be amongst kings, man. And right now that's what we are. These are kings, man. You know? Lord willing, all you brothers endure, you know. Go ahead.
And to make them inherit the throne of glory.
And make them inherit the throne of glory, which is what? The inheritance from us, you know, joint heirs with our Lord Yahweh Shah. Okay?
Continuing on, for the pillars of the earth are the Lord.
Now you get them simple flat earth dudes, they'll read that and they'll say, see, the flat earth is on pillars. No, those pillars is dealing with the elect, man. Meaning we're gonna be the next men to hold up the planet Earth. Because it tells you, I forget exactly where it's at, where it say the welfare of the earth is the wise.
That's like
Wisdom of Solomon 6.
some toward the end.
Yeah, see if you can get that. So read that again, that last part.
Huh,
Yeah,
for
because you
the
got
pillars.
simple nigga read that and get too deep. The pillars of the earth. They think that it's two pillars holding the earth up. Well, my question is, where holding up the pillars? Then what's holding up that? As if the Lord needs to have pillars to hold up the earth. But so Jake can get simple, man.
Yeah. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord.
Now those pillars is somebody to us. We're gonna be the welfare of the earth. The next rulers, we're gonna be the next guys that's gonna actually hold up the earth.
Yep.
Go ahead.
For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and he has set the world upon them.
Right, and see, and that's what they say. See, he set the world. No, the Lord said he's gonna set the world upon us. By us being the rulership, the world is gonna benefit. We're gonna show you that. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Wisdom of Solomon 6:24. It says, but the multitude of the wise
And that's us, the multitude of the wise. Go ahead.
is the welfare of the world.
Meaning what? The world's gonna be on our shoulders. It's gonna be because of us, the world is gonna flourish. Animals is no longer gonna have to worry about being hunted for sport, man. Oh, which the brother was bringing up information. You had 2 albino giraffes.
Yeah, man.
They was rare. And damn, Esau came and killed them. You see them? Just came and slaughtered them, man. Just in their lust to see blood, man. So you ain't got to worry about that in the kingdom, man.
Even in their kindness, they cool.
Yeah, even in their kindness, they cool. Yep. Let's talk about that. Go ahead.
It says, and a wise king is the upholding of the people.
And that's the pillars. All right. So now, y'all got what you got something? Oh, get what you got out, Slack.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 11,
I get that last one.
verse 5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground.
Woo! Many kings are set down upon the ground. You know, that's when you go back into him. This Bible is also compiled with biblical timelines that's based upon the rise and fall of kingdoms. So many kings are falling upon the ground. Hey, when you go into, let's say for an example, the Medo-Persian Empire, right? In that time, them people didn't think that they was gonna fall. They thought that that kingdom was established, man. They didn't think that King Darius the Fourth, Xerxes was gonna fall. I think that was the richest one, the fourth. Xerxes. That's when you see that. You ever saw that movie, 300? That king with all that gold on. That's him, man.
That's why they put him in there.
Yeah, Artaxerxes. You can Artaxerxes, you know, or Artaxerxes, you know. But he come from a line of Darius. But he was the richest king. He was rich. Money went nothing to him, right? So they didn't think that they was gonna fall at that time. The people didn't think that that kingdom was gonna fall. They was like, this kingdom is firmly established. Like that. See? So that's the same with America. When we push out this message, the people think we crazy because we say this place is gonna be overthrown. All right? So go ahead up.
Like in Sirach, chapter 11, verse 5, many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of has worn the crown.
And that's dealing with us. Nobody ever expected us to wear the crown. Not the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American. We the scum, man, of the earth, man. So when we say that we're gonna be the next rulers, that's equivalent to saying, what's one of these teams, like the Sacramento Kings or something, you know? Yeah, no, crazy team to say that team is gonna win it all. Yeah, the Oakland Raiders gonna go undefeated. They're gonna run through the championship. They're gonna win it all. That you know, that's not easy. That's not easy on the ears, man. You know. So when we said we're gonna be the next rulers, definitely Esau don't want to hear that shit, and not even our own people want to hear that, man, because they have developed what's known as Stockholm syndrome, where they have developed a certain sympathy for their oppressors, man, and they're comfortable with being under their oppressors, man. You know. Tell you, man, I wish that camp I go.
Real talk. I'm telling you, he shit ain't cranking up now.
Yeah, that's a little corny little dude, man. Oh shit, this shit went down.
This shit ain't cranking up, man. Motherfucker, you know what I mean? Now you doing dirt bike, bitch.
Man, now you calling for help and shit.
Faggot.
Yeah, shit cut off on one.
Damn homo, man.
Kid.
Yeah, man, spirit heaven, man, but I can get away with it. I would go over there and do something.
Bro,
But the Lord gonna deliver him to us, man. We're gonna deliver that same little coin and we're gonna recognize him and shit like that.
Hey, bro, that's what I'm trying to, I'm trying to, like, you know.
Hey, what the scriptures say, our heart gonna meditate.
Right.
Them our enemies, man. We're in the right spirit when we think like that. Yeah, breaking up. I'm gonna be on some shit. Fight that bitch no
Fight the curve, nigga.
I'm gonna be Hey, we're in the right spirit, man, when we think about them our enemies, man. You ain't going off when you think
so I ain't wrong then.
All right, that whole Martin Luther King thing, it did a number on our people, man. I got a vision of little white boys and little girls. Man, that was awful.
But he won't even look. He won't even look their way now.
Yeah, he don't want to look
He
their way
just stared us down when he was in motion.
Hey, the Lord got a beautiful way of humbling a motherfucker.
No, he trying to play it off like
he trying to play it off like he finna just go.
Like he's scrolling, bitch.
Yeah.
But then it'll be, oh, somebody did something to me that hit me here with baseball bat. Look at it. Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10.
Fucking
Never
devil.
trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah, go read it again.
It says, never trust thine
Fucking
enemy,
devil.
for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
Yeah.
Is this the man?
But that's the spirit. You see how the spirit got them roused up? Hey, that's one of them Edomites that know who we are, man.
Right, man.
Yeah, but that, you know what? He in the right spirit, though. That's what we want. I love it. We want them like that.
I love it.
You know, it's the ones that keep it to themselves. And they see you hide, and they call 911.
Yeah. Right.
That's what we want, man. Hey, keep that same energy, you know? Keep that same energy, man. Hey, yeah, come on. Let's go.
All right, Con, this Luke chapter 16 and 19. That was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple.
Yeah, and that's dealing with the elites of this society, man. Okay? That's that rich man that was clothed in purple. Purple symbolizes royalty. All right? There's one royal people on the planet Earth. That's the bankers, man. The Rothschilds, the Gettys, the DuPonts, the Oppenheimers, right? The Fitzgeralds, the DuPonts. That's who rule the planet Earth, okay? Go ahead. Yeah, the Rockefellers. Go ahead,
He said there was a certain rich man which was clothed in purple and fine linen and fared sumptuously every day.
Read.
And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus which was laying at his gate full of sores.
Right. Now, that man Lazarus, that's dealing with Israel, but really, it's going into the elect when you're really going through. Because we at the gate. We those same ones at the gate, laying at the gate, you know. They hate him that rebuke him at the gate. That's us. We those guys in the gate. We Lazarus. Okay? Yeah. No, the gates of the noble. This gate behind us, yeah. Really, everywhere we've been quoting, when we go, it's always a gate. That's the spirit of the Lord. Yeah, go ahead,
God, it says, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Now, this translates to all of Israel because our people desire the goods of this world, which is nothing more than crumbs. You know? For an example, Oprah Winfrey, right? Oprah Winfrey, what, she worth so many million, right? That's nothing but the crumbs. Somebody's paying her off a loaf. Yeah, somebody paying her. See? So that's going. And then when the scriptures say Lazarus was desiring the crumbs, to be fed with the crumbs, you can hear that echo, that sentiment echo like in rap music. You hear how people say, all I want is a meal. All I need is a couple of bits. Well, that's desiring the crumbs. You don't say I want the world. We the only ones that say we want the world, man. We want domination. We want to dominate the world.
That's right.
Okay?
Right.
Yep. Go ahead.
He said, and desired to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Now those dogs are talking about the other nations, man. Meaning what? They capitalized off of our fall. When they say the dogs licked our sores, that means they capitalized off our fall. For an example, you go in Metro PCS. It's some damn Ishmaelites in there, man. So-called Arabs in there. With fitted hats, you know. They done stole your custom.
Chains on their feet.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Got your woman behind the
Yeah,
counter.
yeah, yeah. Popping your woman. They capitalized off our fall, man. Yep, go ahead.
It's the book of
Oh,
Zechariah.
another example real quick. These gooks, right? They sell hair to our women because of the curses. Our women lost their hair, right? So what now? These gooks sell you hair. That's another form of them capitalizing off of our fall. See? See that? Yep. Yep, Red. Yeah, the brother get it. The brother, yep.
he said,
It made sense. It resonated right there. And a lot of times, that's how that seed get planted.
Yep.
You know, a week from now, he might watch a video.
yeah, that's it. You said your head, yeah, that's that seed.
And that's it, yeah. It's either one way or another. You acknowledge this right now, you're going to be put to death, you know. What?
Yeah, come, this is the book of Zechariah 1:15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen. They are at ease, for I was a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Right, these heathens are at ease, man. All right, hey, when the last time you seen a so-called Chinese dude living in the project with you, in the hood? No, man, he live up there with them Edomites, man. We ain't ever seen an Ishmaelite Arab in the hood with you, man.
In the clip.
Yeah, he up in the hood, yeah. Yeah, it is hard, it's rare. If you do see one that's a Jake, or he didn't fail for a Jake woman or something, that shit that took him down, you know what I mean? Or he tricking off. You know? Other than that, man, they ain't up there, though. That's what, read that one more time, huh? Read it again.
This Zechariah 1:15. This is, I am very so displeased with the heathen.
So the Lord said he's displeased, very sore displeased with the heathen. There's all the other nations. Go ahead.
They are at ease.
They are at ease, man. They don't have to deal with what we deal with. Hey, case in point, 5-0 get behind you, you gotta, oh shit, if it's an Edomite, he might kill you. Moab don't go through that. When last time you heard of a Moab get shot, a Chinese man get shot by a cop? They don't even get pulled on.
First drive.
Yeah.
Now you get pulled over.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, they had a damn Mitsubishi truck. Yeah.
It says, but I was a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yep, go ahead. Read it one more time. Read that
This
last
book
one.
of Zechariah 1:15. I am very so displeased with the heathen. They are at ease, for I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward
Yeah, the
the
Lord said he
affliction.
was a little displeased with us. Go ahead.
And they helped, I was a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction.
Yeah, they helped forward the affliction, meaning they put more hell on us. Okay? Now, when the scripture, when you read Lazarus and the rich man, where it said the dog licked his sores, if you know anything about a dog, if they tongue got damn, like, they tongue got bacteria, right? So if you let a dog lick your sore, they make it worse, man. See that? Go ahead, bring it up. Oh, see, they bug out. They're bug out. Where you get that? How you get that? Talking about a dog tongue cleaner than a human. Where you get that?
But they lie to us when we live and tell us it heal your wound.
Yeah. See, yeah.
That shit.
You can't believe that. Esau say, man.
They kiss him.
Oh, you know what proved that? It was a dude that he was letting the dog lick him and he lost all his limbs.
Yeah, yep. Sure is, yep.
Dog kept licking him. He ended up losing all his damn limbs. Yeah, he looked like, some shit out of a cartoon, like a Patrick.
A maggot
Hey, Patrick Scott.
is
Hey,
clean.
just like
A
Patrick
maggot
Scott.
is
Hey,
cleaner than a dog tongue.
Yeah, hey, they got shit on their tongue to clean their body. You don't like to see the dog licking itself.
Yeah.
Put that shit on the human body.
It don't mix. It don't fall mix.
But a maggot is clean.
But that's why Job in Job the 30th chapter said he would not have these devils to sit with his dog.
Dang.
Yep, come on.
That's it. Cut. It says, start back. This is Luke 16 and 21. And desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table, and moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Rick,
And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
now this was a Christian to say, see, a Christian to throw this at you, one of the most sophisticated Christians, they'll bring this out like, I can prove hell. But when it say the rich man died, the beggar died, that means our captivity was over. It came to an end. Read that again.
It said, and it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angels into Abraham's bosom.
So when the beggar died, that means our punishment was over. It had a cutoff point. That's what that parable is saying. He died, he came into a cutoff point. Go ahead.
The rich man also died
And his rulership also ended. See? Go ahead.
and was buried.
And was buried. Go ahead. See? ahead.
It says, and in hell he lift up his eyes.
Right, so somebody says, see? That proves hell. But okay, how could that prove hell when this is a parable? If this is a parable, it couldn't be literal. So that couldn't be hell. This is a parable. What is it talking about when it's saying hell? It's talking about the condition. Matter of fact, give me, I think that's Psalm 7, where it say hell capacity. See if that Psalm 7 is true. If not, see. I think it's Psalm the 7th chapter. So read that again. I want to get
This Luke 16 and 22. It said, and it came to pass, the beggar died and was carried by the angels to Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried, and in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and see of Abraham.
Right. So that hell is not talking about literal fire. Okay, that's talking about the condition of Esau, the so-called white man, the condition he's going to be in. All right. Now let's prove that. You got that?
So Psalms chapter 18, verse 5.
Okay.
The sorrows of hell compass me about.
Right. The sorrows of hell compass me about. See? Hey, somebody give me, I think that's Matthew 11, Capernaum.
Oh yeah, brought down the head. Yep. I say something too.
Go ahead,
They said they were carried by the angels, meaning they were lifted up.
Yeah, we would lift it up.
A higher state, man.
Yep.
Rich man was buried, meaning he was below man, meaning he became to a lower state, man. You know.
Yeah, we just got to report. Yeah, we just got to report city schools. Let's get a most high hand, man. City schools closed.
Why y'all watching outside? Why y'all watching outside?
Lord working, man. Lord doing this thing, man. All right, city closed. The city schools is closing. Okay. Right. America about to be shut down. Right. Right. It's beautiful. We're in a beautiful time, man. Yep. See? Go ahead. Yeah, give me that.
This is the book of Matthew 11:23. And thou Capernaum, which are exalted unto heaven.
Right, and Capernaum, which is exalted. Capernaum is a city, right? The scripture said Capernaum, which is exalted unto heaven. Go ahead.
Shall be brought down to hell.
So hold up. You mean to tell me this city went into heaven with the Most High, then all of a sudden it went to hell? No, that's talking about a condition. There was a certain city that was well off, then it actually was brought low. And that's what happened to America. America was exalted to heaven, now it's being brought low, man, to hell. Which again, hell is a condition. That's why in the spirit you say, I'm catching hell. I just say, if you wrote on a piece of paper, right, I'm catching hell. Then 50 years from now, somebody get that piece of paper. They said, oh, this guy went to hell. No, man. He was just saying he was catching hell.
I appreciate that.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Sirach chapter 10 and 30. It said the poor man is honored for his skill, and the rich man is honored for his riches. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
Right, so here Esau is dishonored with all the resources he got, and everybody still hate him. But here it is, we honored with nothing. For an example, Michael Jordan. He ain't got that for real. You think he got something? He ain't got the resources of the world, man. Michael Jordan can't dictate whether you live or die, you know? Yeah, he can't dictate whether you get gas this week. Yeah, go ahead. Now let's go back.
Yeah, it says this Luke 16 and 23, and in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments.
Being in torment, read.
And see of Abraham afar off.
Meaning, we was doing well. You ever heard the saying, yeah, man, he well off. He well off. See, they're going to be in a lower state, and they're going to see us well off. And that's hard to believe, man. Look at the condition of our people, man. It's hard to believe we're going to be rulers, man. You know? But that's what the Bible pushes. Yep, go ahead.
St. Matthew 23:12, and whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted.
And that's the natural order of things. Yep. There you go. Yep. That's beautiful. Yep. That's right, brother. That's it. Yep. Right, brother.
Who exalts himself shall be humble.
beautiful.
Think you all that? God got something for you to break you down, brother.
All right, man.
I've been there, done that. But you humble yourself, you exalt. Is that right?
Right, bro. Okay, bro.
Basketball, man.
All right.
Yeah, Hebrew Israelite. Yahweh is God.
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yahweh, you close. It's Yahweh.
They say English.
Yeah, that's right. Ain't no check.
You say Yah. You made wild.
Yahweh. All right, bro.
Now, bounce on that one.
Okay, bro. All right, bro. Have a good day, bro.
Yeah, saying backing up the precept that I just had. This is 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourselves therefore under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time.
Right, and that's what we had in the process, man. See? All right, so come on.
Yeah, it says Luke 16 in 23. It said, and in hell he lifted up his eyes, being in torments, and see of Abraham afar off.
Right, first of all, if you're in hell, I don't see nobody. I ain't trying to see nobody, man. Right. You in hell and you see, oh shit, that's Abraham. Man, come on, man. Go ahead.
So it says, and see of Abraham afar off, and Lazarus in his bosom. And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus.
Now, first of all, if you burning in hell, right, you ain't gonna get a sentence out, man. You in hell. Father Abraham, send Moses.
Hell no.
Hell no. You ain't gonna have the mental capacity to bring out a sentence. Go ahead.
He cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water.
Now hold up, if you're in hell, that's all you want is him to dip some. I want to stay in hell. Just tell Abraham, just give me a drip of water on my tongue. Everything else on fire. You just want your tongue a drip of water. You don't ask him, let me out of here. Right. Read that again. And then why you gotta send Abraham to do it? Give a damn, I don't want to get Abraham, you get me out of here. Yeah, come on, man. I'm gonna wait till you go get Abraham. Torture.
Yeah, man.
See, come on, man. It's simple right here, man. Yeah, read that again.
He cried. He cried and said,
I don't want you to get me. Go get Abraham to get me. Yeah, go ahead.
He cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue.
Right.
For I'm tormented in this flame.
Meaning what? He was catching hell, man. Yep. He was tormented in this flame. Okay? And that's what we do. When we lock arms and we have picket signs, we asking these devils to relieve us. We asking these devils to put a drip of water on us, man, to relieve us just a little. When you see us marching and shit like that, that's what we doing. Okay? Go ahead, read.
And it says, but Abraham said, son, remember that thou in thy lifetime,
meaning when these Edomites was in power, they had everything. Go ahead.
Receivest thy good things.
Yeah, they had everything at their disposal. Go ahead.
And likewise Lazarus evil things.
And we had evil things. Our people, the people getting shot down in the streets, man. Okay? The first one fired, the last one hired. You know, that just, we can just throw that out anytime. Okay?
But now he is comforted.
But now we are comforted. In the kingdom, we're going to be comforted. Go ahead.
And thou art tormented.
And you're going to be tormented, man. Right. Meaning you're going to be catching hell. That's all that's going into. This is talking about the transition of power right here. And see, Yahweh Shai so bad, Yahweh Shai summarized everything in one story. Lord so bad. Only the Lord could do something like that, man. Oh man, we just got a report. Trump likely to have coronavirus, man. Hey man, it's beautiful. Hey, gets hilarious. But I'm gonna say something, man. He might not, because these devils, we were talking about that last night. They pushing these celebrities to have it, so you can think, let me go get quarantined. Let me go get quarantined.
You know, they said a few days ago, probably like about 3 days ago, 4 days ago, they said Charles Barkley had. He came down.
I hope he got it for real.
He came down to Birmingham. That's how it came to Birmingham.
TNT, that nigga just dropped.
So Barkley brought it to Birmingham.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
You know he don't like niggas and shit.
I hate that nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now if anybody can get out, wish it was Charles Barkley.
Trade code from Charles Barkley.
Trade Kobe. Trade Kobe. Yeah, go ahead.
God.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says, and besides all this, Luke 16:26. And besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf.
Hold up. Now, what do that mean? It said between us, there's a great gulf. Because Lazarus said, look, man, get me out of, give me some water, a drip of water. But Abraham said, look, no, man, I can't because there's a gulf between us. What do that mean? That means that your rulership is over. I'm going to give you a perfect example. When you go into the timeline, the ancient Assyrians, then you had the Medo-Persian Empire, then you had the Greeks. Well, between each of those nations was a gulf that no other kingdom can pass. Meaning the so-called white man's rulership can't lapse over into our rulership. Just like we can't rule with them. That's why we go into, let me give you a good example of that. What's that was in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Black Wall Street. They was trying to rule with the so-called white man. The Lord said, no, man, there's a gulf between here. They rule and you can't rule. So the Lord sent them to bomb them, you know? So when we're in power, it's not going to be any Edomites ruling with us, man.
Quick precept.
That's that gulf. Go ahead.
This second Ezra 4:37.
Somebody got to be ruled. It can't be no coexisting rulers. Go ahead.
Second Ezra 4:37. By measure have he measured the times, and by number have he numbered the times. And he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right. So the Lord ain't going to move, and Esau going to get every inch of his rulership out the way. Then the Lord going to bring in the kingdom of heaven. But once the kingdom of heaven is up, then that gulf is going to be fixed. It's going to be a bound. Once the kingdom is set, the door is going to be a bound. And they can't come in. It's not going to be a damn governor, an Edomite governor in the kingdom of heaven, man. Yep, go ahead.
God. It says, and besides all this, between us and you, there is a great gulf fixed.
Rick.
So that they would not pass from his to you, cannot, neither can they pass to us.
Right, meaning we can't rule while they rule. Go ahead.
That will come from this. Then he said, I pray thee, therefore, Father, that thou wouldest send him to my father's house. For I have 5 brethren, that he may testify to them, lest they also come into this place of torment.
Right, go ahead.
Abraham said unto him, they have Moses and the prophets.
They have Moses and the prophets, meaning what? They have the scriptures. Yep. Go ahead.
Let them hear them.
Let them hear them. So do these devils hear the prophets? No. They don't hear the prophets because they go against the scriptures, man. Oh, then the Rothschild had 5 sons. Yeah. So that's the spirit right there. He has to have 5 sons. Go ahead.
It says, Abraham said unto them, they have Moses and the prophets. Let them hear them.
Go ahead.
And he said, nay, Father Abraham.
And that's showing that that's the devil. He gonna say, no, I don't want it like that. Motherfucker, just do what I told. Let them hear the scripture. No, I don't want that. Go ahead.
And he said, nay, Father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead.
It said, but if one went unto them from the dead, now when you read that, you'll say, that's talking about Yahweh Shah. But really, that's talking about us. We the ones that came to you devils from the dead. Let's prove that. Give me Ezekiel the 37th chapter, and somebody give me Revelation. So this devil said, look, if someone came to us from the dead, then we'll believe. Well, that's us, man. We were spiritually dead. The Lord raised us up, man. What you got? Go ahead.
Yeah, this Revelation 11:8. It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
That's talking about us. Go ahead.
Where also our Lord was crucified.
Yeah.
And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Really?
And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these 2 prophets tormented them that dwell on the earth. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them.
Right, so we came back to life. That's what he said. He said, if you send someone who rose from the dead, well, that's us, man. And they watching us on the internet right now, man. And it's plenty of scriptures to prove that. Psalms 23, thou prepares a table before my enemies. Psalms 37 and 12. Wisdom of Solomon, 2nd chapter. Go ahead.
It says, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them.
Right, see, they watching us. All right. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, that's pertaining to what the brother said we was dead. You already know. Ephesians 2:1. And you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Yeah, see that?
Where,
It's like, go ahead.
where in time past ye walk according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
And they're talking about Esau. Esau is the prince of the power of the air, man. Right? Whoever seen people in airplanes and fighter jets? Nobody ever seen the Egyptians didn't have that technology.
Right.
That's the eagle, the so-called white man. All right. So let's go back here. Luke gotta hit the point. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, God. This Luke 16 and 31. It's like a 30 again. It said, he said, they father Abraham, but if one went unto them from the dead, they will repent.
So that shows you that those ones that went to them from the dead is us. Go ahead.
And he said unto him, if they hear not Moses and the prophets,
So if you don't listen to the scriptures, go ahead.
neither will they be persuaded through one rose from the dead.
So they ain't persuaded about what we say, because if they were persuaded, they'll come to us and they'll lay out the red carpet. They'll say, you the prophet, what do you want? What can we do? Okay? You get them out where they are.
Yeah, man.
Hey man, so hey man, with that, want to give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Rakam,
Double honors to the head apostles and elders, the great millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren laboring in his work, as well as you believers, the Akim and Aquas, brothers and sisters alike, that subscribe to the truth as well. To the next time, Shalom.
Shalom, DTA, Abba.
Dealt to you monsters, man.
Slime
To you demons, to you slime balls, you grease balls, and you